Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video here, Friday the 22nd of August. Another noisy day in the world of Manchester City Football Club. The latest news is that Ruben Dias, our number 3, has signed a new contract, and I'm very happy about that. We play in just over 24 hours, actually. I keep forgetting there's a 12:30 kickoff tomorrow against Spurs. I'll do my preview later, of course. I'll do it. I'm going out with the family after this, so I'll do it later on. For now, though, let's talk about Ruben Dias. A new goalkeeping name has been linked to Manchester City Football Club as well, and a few little nice quotes coming around from Rico Lewis and other people to dive into this morning. I hope you're good. As always, please give this video a like if you like free Manchester City content, essentially. Of course, you can help support the channel more on Patreon or by YouTube memberships if you want to, but just watching these videos and subscribing is absolutely awesome, and I hope I am of use and make watching football and Manchester City a little bit more fun for you guys as we dive through these games and all these transfer rumours together. So let's go on to the Ruben Dias news anyway. I'll dive over to the other tab. Where are we going? We're going here. It says Dias extends stay at City with a new deal. Ruben Dias has signed a new 4-year contract to commit his future to Manchester City Football Club. The key defender has been a key part of our recent success, and this new agreement keeps him at the club until the summer of 2029. He joined City in September 2020 from his boyhood club Benfica and has gone on to become a rock in the centre of our defence. More than 200 appearances, 9 trophies during his 5 seasons at the Etihad, including 4 Premier League titles and a Champions League, collecting a host of individual awards along the way. I'm incredibly happy today, said the 28-year-old. I'm so proud to represent this great club. City are where I want to be, at the top of the sport, competing for trophies. The club's ambitions align perfectly with mine, and as a footballer, there is nothing better than that. I love Manchester, it's my home now, and I love the City fans. Their support from the day one has been absolutely unbelievable, and I appreciate them a lot. When I think about the trophies we have won and the way we have played our football during my time here, I couldn't imagine playing anywhere else. My job is now to be the best I can be for the duration of this contract, so that I can play my part in helping us challenge for more silverware. I want to thank Pep, Hugo, my teammates, the coaching staff and everyone at the club. Such a special place. I'm grateful every single day for the support I receive. Now the hard work begins. I want to promise the fans that I'll give everything to win more trophies and bring more success to City. Hugo said this, Hugo Viana, City's director of football. As a club, we're really excited that Ruben has signed a new contract committed to a long-term future. His hard work, professionalism and sheer dedication are all clear to us every single day. He's a leader in the dressing room and on the pitch. He's one of our captains, and the players listen to him, and Pep and the coach staff love working for him. The ultimate professional. Performances over the past years have been outstanding. It's a big reason why I've been so successful. Every time Ruben pulls on a City shirt, he gives his all for the club, and we are happy to know he'll be here for the next 4 years. Great news. 2029. I'm very happy with that news too. I think this is really good news. I know a lot of people were down on Ruben Dias a little bit with his form last season, probably fairly so. He was not necessarily at his very best. I don't know the wages, by the way. I mean, I'm sure someone will leak that at some point. I'll check if any of the aggregators have leaked it. Has anyone leaked it? Who's that? There's Ruben there looking, doing his photo shoots as always. He loves his photo shoots, doesn't he? He's finding himself, by the way, because he's very single. He's not single, but he's very not married, if that makes sense. He's got Maya Jama, so he shouldn't complain, but he's finding himself, bless him. He'll get over this soon. I can't see any indication of wages. Did Jack Gorn mention wages on his article? I don't know. Did he mention it? I presume he hasn't done. Otherwise, it'd be all over the internet. No, I don't think they did. But either way, look, he's been here, obviously, since 2020. He's been absolutely phenomenal. A large part of what Manchester City have achieved over the past few years doesn't happen without Ruben Dias. I know his form maybe dipped a little bit last year, but I do truly believe he was the rock that the 3 in a row and up to the treble was built on. Like, he transformed our defence. He was the linchpin, the tough rock at the centre of Manchester City's defence that we needed when Vincent Kompany left. We finally replaced him. It took a little bit of time, but that steel came back with Ruben Dias, and it invigorated John Stones as well, who got the best out of alongside Ruben Dias. And Ruben Dias is a man with a powerful voice and an intense will to win. And I know his football hasn't been at its best in the past year or so, but that pretty much aligns with everyone in the team. I've got no doubt whatsoever that Ruben Dias will continue to be crucial. People will talk about his age, and the people are going, he's 28. I've already seen some people suggest that as if that's Too old. It isn't too old. And I'm not worried about his contract going until he's 32, 33 years old either, because ultimately the problem wasn't the fact that we had some old players. It was had too many old players. It wasn't the problem. I mean, we had just had the Kanji, Stones, Ake, Gundogan, Kovacic. If all them weren't in their 30s at the same time, it wouldn't have been an issue. The problem is we had too many reaching that age at the same time. Too many key players. Ruben Dias, he'll be 32, and by that point, you'll have the likes of Kusanov, Bar, Vitor Reis in their mid to early 20s still, which is perfect. He'll be the senior statesman, and those guys will be about to take over fully if they haven't already. And Vardiol at that point will be 27 years old when he leaves. Yeah, it's really well thought out. You know, you want the odd 32, 33-year-old in each position, because they're the experience. They are the legacy passers. They pass the baton on to the younger players. And I'm knackered today, by the way. A bit sniffly, a bit tired. Yeah, and that's what Ruben Dias can do. Look, obviously, you know, we don't know how he's going to play this season. We don't know how he'll get on for the next few years. But I do think signing Ruben Dias down to a new contract is a big and very impressive and important move for Manchester City, because he's a cracking player. I expect him to be good this season. I expect it to be much better than last season. I expect everyone to be better than last season. I think there was a malaise that hung over City last year. And I think the options that we got now with Kusanov and hopefully Stones stays fit, I think, and Vardiol, of course, I think Diaz is probably going to be very much aware that he could be out of the team quite easily. So, I'm looking forward to seeing how he kicks on this season. Fingers crossed he will do. I think it's really good news. Ruben Dias got an awful lot of time for him. I think he will one day be the captain of Manchester City. I think Bernardo right now is the right choice. I think it is, actually. I think Bernardo is ready to be captain, even if he doesn't feel like he was meant to be, you know. And I think Ruben Dias in a year or two, he'll be stepping into those shoes too, alongside Rodri, I suspect. Rodri, Haaland, Ruben Dias, those guys scream captains. To me, I think Ruben Dias has always been very loud since he joined Manchester City, in a good way. But even when he was like 22, 23, he was one of the loudest voices in the dressing room. And I think they're sort of used to him just being sort of captain anyway, if that makes sense, him being one of the more vocal ones. So I don't think that he necessarily needs the armband to have that impact on the team, which is you want players like that. You want players who lead by example. And I think Haaland's very similar. Rodri's very similar. You know, Diaz, Ake, people like that who are astonishing professionals and so on. So, yeah, I'm happy with this. Diaz has been great since he joined Manchester City. He's a cracking player. And I think we're a better side when Ruben Dias is his very best. He's got a remarkable natural defender with great defensive instincts. So, good news. Not the longest video today. Some interesting quotes coming out from Jack Gore's interview with Rico Lewis. Let me find it. Where are we going? Some great quotes. Rico. So apparently Rico had several rounds of talks with Hugo Viana with Nottingham Forest, but the players were called to Guardiola's office last Friday, and Rico said staying was his preference. And apparently Rico bumped into Viana on Sunday and said the same, and he sorted the new contract within 48 hours. So he went, I don't really want to go, to be honest. So they went, fine, let's get you locked down with a new contract, and he sorted it all out. I like that. It's interesting. I also love reading this, that the leadership group led by Bernardo doing annual donations to community events during meetings. They decided on it with the club's hierarchy. 6 figures of that for community soccer school sessions during the summer holidays. I really like that. I think Bernardo's going to be a great captain, by the way. But Bernardo's genuinely a great man, and he'll really enjoy it. This is a great quote from Rico Lewis. Said, Phil Foden came over at Wolves and spoke to us, i.e. Lewis, Trafford, O'Reilly and Bob, the 4 academy lads, and said, I can't wait for when we're all regulars, all playing together. That's the dream, all of us together. We've all been brought up here and through the same process. It's easy to relate to people who've been there the longest period of a similar age. I like that. I can totally see a scenario where Trafford's number 1, Nico Riley and Bob have got into midfield alongside Phil Foden in some way, and Rico Lewis is playing regularly too. And like having 5, we sort of underestimate that, but if all 5 of those contribute this season, we've got 5 academy players around the first team. And I know Trafford, we sold him, brought him back, but he's still our academy lad, absolutely. And I would only look at it as like, you know, a 2-year loan for a loan fee of 6 million each year to cover it in terms of net profit. We paid about 12-13 million total for him. So I would just say we're paying for his development, so he's absolutely worth it. But he'd be great, and I think that stuff really does matter. Also linked to this young lad, I don't know if it's reliable, this. It could be just agent talk, but Sasha Tavolieri has gone big on this idea of that City are exploring Royal Antwerp goalkeeper Sen Lemons as an option this summer. Apparently he's really good. Let me just try and find... There we go. Look at this. Look, no goalkeeper had more saves or prevented more goals in the world than Son Lemons in 24-25. 98th percentile for prevented goals, 90th percentile for save percentages, 89th percentile for passes completed, and 81st percentile for short passes. This guy, for what it's worth, by the way, look at him. That guy looks like an elite goalkeeper. I can't explain it. He just looks like he's going to be the next Courtois. Do you know what I mean by that, the way he looks? But I don't know if this is legit or it'll happen because it's Sasha and you've got to take him at your as a pinch of salt. But as Fabrizio shut it down already. Okay, well, there we go. Interesting name either way. That's a very Manchester City sign, actually. The kind of ones I prefer. Then I prefer that to Donnarumma personally. But as Fabrizio already shut it down, let's have a look. Apparently, United are still working on a deal to sign Son Lemons. Talks underway. Well, there you go, United. I mean, that guy just looks like a top goalkeeper. I can't explain it. He looks a bit like the guy from Severance mixed with Michael Ballack, weirdly, around the eyes, and a bunch of people. Anyway, I think as he Fabrizio cut it down, I can't see it from Fabrizio. Well, I mean, it says that United are still going for him, so fair enough. Maybe not. Yeah, well, I'm going to leave it there because it was just a quick video anyway about this bit of news and about Ruben Dias. I'll do my match preview later on tonight. For now, though, Ruben Dias is great news at his side. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check out the video from last night. Like the video. Subscribe. Bye-bye.